All right, Relink gamers, hello, welcome back. We are back with more Granblue Fantasy Relink action for you here. And you know how it is. I mean, last time we did actually manage, after a bit of a big off-screen grinding session, right? I went and hung out with some of the fellows in Discord there. We did a whole bunch of slime peating and a whole bunch of defeat 2 Goblin Warriors, as it were. And yeah, that was all in preparation to try and take our revenge on Bahamut Versa, the proud rank-up quest that gear checked us so hard 2 episodes ago. And it worked. It worked. We have officially passed that gear check. We are now, I mean, barely, as you can see. I mean, the gear check was fine. We just went down a whole lot, so I got a C rank there. But yeah, we now are in proud difficulty, officially in the kind of the end game here, right? I mean, there is no further rank up to be had at this point. We just have to we gotta finish all this stuff off, and yeah, basically just get everything as high up as we can. And again, the end goal for this series is going to be defeat Lucillus. And you know, get maybe anything that sounds interesting out of there, defeat him, and go from there. So we will see. We are in possibly the last step of that journey, but it's probably going to be a big last step. So in Proud here, the very first thing. So obviously there's the 4 dragons once again. We do know for a fact now that Elusius over here, the Wind Dragon, is by far the most difficult of these because he absolutely dunks on the AI, right? So we're going to give him a wide berth. It's going to be one of the last Proud quests that we do. I think I want to be as, or at least of these level of Proud quests, I want to be as ready for this as I possibly can be. Looks like these are also interesting. These like defeat all monsters. These quests have a higher advised power, so I think yeah, we will at least do these Fireworm, Earthworm, and Iceworm quests first, and we'll go from there. So let's see, Razarek, Fireworm here. I can never pronounce his name, but it's fine. I don't even know what we're looking for necessarily. I mean, Tyranny 5s are nice, I guess. We'll take those. The first clear reward here is a Damage Cap 5. That's good. We definitely could use at least one of those. I mean, realistically, we can use 4 of those, but not right now. A Dread Rightstone, that's good stuff. Though I think in the long term, I think Vitality Rightstones are going to be what I want to go for, right? So I can eventually not need that Lucky Charge sigil there, right? If I can get a Vitality Rightstone with Lucky Charge on it, then that's pretty nice there. Combo Booster 5, Combo Finisher 5, Provoke 5. The problem with Combo Finisher, I don't think... So we go light, heavy is our best DPS, right? And I think that first heavy, right, light, heavy, that one right there, that one is not a combo finisher. That's just like, I don't think anyway. So I don't think it would benefit from this. And this is the one, that's the one that we struggle to get the damage cap. So we don't care about that one at all. Provoke, not really necessary. Okay, so nothing super interesting besides maybe the Dread Rightstone. Apparently, again, Silver Centrums, we're gonna need a whole lot of for sure, right? And that damage cap 5, of course, is a big deal. So. No, not open. For Gore, we do want to do this closed. I didn't spend all that time grinding up these AI just to not use them and have people carry me through these quests here. So we're going to go abandon current quests, and then we will go back to Fondam here, and we will do closed, and depart with the current party. Again, if you missed the last episode, I highly advise you to watch it, because I give a big rundown on everything you missed, because there's a huge power jump here, especially in the power of the AI party, between the beginning of that last episode and the end of 2 episodes ago. Right? So if you want to get caught up with everything that's different, I implore you to go watch that. But again, one of the more relevant things is obviously all of the AI level 100s, you know, max masteries, or at least max offensive masteries, pretty well down the defensive tree for most of them. And they have max weapons and things like that. And Id is gone, and he's replaced by Eugen, who has been honestly doing some serious work so far. So I'm kind of not, I don't really miss Id as much as I do like him. I do like Eugen as a character even more, and he as a party member, it seems like he's also pulling his weight a little bit more. Anyways, Vrazarek, hello, or wait, Vrazarek. That's how I'm gonna say that one. I feel like Vrazarek there. That sounds about right. Okay, so one of the first things we want to do in any one of these fights is actually get to maximum Grinalth gauge as quickly as we can. Which, yeah, the link attacks and actually this 3rd level heavy here are the things that boost up our Grinalth gauge as fast as possible. We actually do want to do those a little bit before we actually get to just doing light, heavy. Once we have the attack buff from Grinalth's gauge up, right, then we can start talking about only doing these heavies right here, basically, right? But until the attack from Grinalth's gauge is up there, then we don't actually necessarily, we don't want to just do these, because they'll build up the Grinalth gauge a lot slower. This will, over the course of an entire fight, give us more DPS, doing this level 3 heavy a little bit more often. Okay, so we're doing really good damage to this thing. It is definitely weaker than Versa. I can already tell you that for free. Even though the advised power is higher on this thing, there's no way that this guy can stand toe-to-toe with Versa in the same conversation. He has so much less health at the very least, right, which is a big deal. He's going down awfully fast here. I mean, he doesn't have the same... One of the other really tough things about Versa was that Versa just, like, straight up wouldn't let you hit him for most of the fight, right? A lot of the times he would be off doing some sort of flying attack or something like that. This guy is open to be taking damage a lot more often, which is another thing that makes him a lot easier. This Meteor Shower skill is not the biggest deal in the world, necessarily. Yeah, so generally we want at least one of Undying or the attack boost from Grinoth up, right? And if one of those is up, we are going to be hitting damage cap on at least 3 of the 4 of those heavies there. It's the first heavy in the, or it's the first of the 2 hits, because each one of those second level heavies is 2 hits, right? Bonk, 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 bonk. That first one there is the one that's the hardest to get to damage cap. And that sometimes, even with the max Grinoth gauge, it's not going to be getting to damage cap there. So that's when we can get either a defensive debuff from the Captain or from Eugen or from Rockham. Actually, all 3 of them have defensive debuffs they can use there. Or we can also stack the Undying attack buff on if we really, really need damage in the short term there. Right? Oh yeah, and they all scream Rockham whenever he uses his collateral damage, which is a pretty funny thing. We do want to make sure that we're staying close to 100% HP as often as we can, right? Because one of our damage boosting runes right now is stamina, right? So the closer we are to max, the bigger of an attack buff we get. As you see right there, actually with the attack up, we're still not quite hitting the damage cap all the time. If we hit a weak point, maybe it looks like that time we did hit damage cap, or no, maybe he probably got defense downed by somebody. Is what actually happened there. Is my guess. We do also have a whole bunch of invincibility boosting sigils on the AI, right? So they get an extra 3 seconds of invincibility from their perfect dodges off of Nimble Onslaught, Nimble Defense, and Dodge Payback, right? Each one of those gives an extra second of invincibility off of the that thing, their Dark Soul, you know, that the perfect dodges, right? So it's giving them in total an extra 3 seconds, and I think it's base 5, so they're getting base 2, so they're getting 5 seconds of invincibility total. It's really, really good stuff. Captain's Phalanx there will let us just stand and bang with this thing without worry. And yeah, we are hitting, yeah, so when he's defense down, I guess so we need 2 of 3 things actually on most of these Proud bosses, because they have a little bit higher defense than Sir Berold, I think. We need either to be, any of these 2 things must be true, right? We have the attack buff from Undying up, we have the attack buff from Grinoth up, or they are defensive downs, right? If any of those 2 things is true, then we are hitting damage cap on all 4 of our attacks. All 4 of our heavies there, and that's like, you know, we're basically hitting maximum DPS for what we can reasonably do right now in the video game, right? So that is a pretty, I'm pretty happy with how we're set up sigil-wise right now. I feel like we are, if not optimized for what Vazar could be right now, like obviously he'll do more damage as we go further into the game, but for now, if we're not optimized, we're damn close, it feels like to me. Maybe I should have skybound Artifact to stop that. But again, I have been told that potions do not affect the ranking you get on quests, right? So I'm just going to spam these potions to keep us as close to 100% as possible. We're going to do this to get back up to the maximum Grinoth gauge, and then we'll hit them with some of the quicker or the more higher DPS fellas there. There you go, like one of these. Bonk, bonk. Yeah, and see, so what's going on with that, huh? Like, oh, yeah, like, so that we're hitting damage cap there, but the damage cap is lower. I noticed a very similar thing against Versa, too, when we went later into his HP. Like, that we're hitting the same number every time there. It's 369,247. But the number itself is just smaller. It's not the 527,000 that it was earlier in the quest. And I wonder if it's like an overdrive thing, or some bosses, you know, like when they're in overdrive, the damage, like they cut your damage cap a little bit. Yeah, because we're hitting damage cap, right? That is that we're getting that same number every single time, but it is noticeably smaller than what we were hitting earlier in the mission. So I'm not sure what exactly is happening there. I mean, he's dead, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you guys can confirm for me why we're doing less damage there, I would appreciate it. I think again, my current guess is that it seems to be maybe after a certain portion of their HP bar, your damage cap gets lowered, or either when they're in overdrive, your damage cap gets lowered, or after a certain amount of bloodthirsts. Because again, it definitely seems to happen late into fights. The same thing happened with Versa, too. When he was doing his Light of the Apocalypse move, the secondary gear check there that you have to stop, we were doing less damage to him than we were originally. 2 damage cap 5. Oh my god, oh, this is great. We want 4 of those eventually. Right now, we don't necessarily, I don't think we have enough damage to sustain that, right? But eventually, we want 4 of those. So we can replace one of our damage cap 4s there with the damage cap 5, and then it'll be pretty nice. But yeah, again, I think it's something to do with overdrive or HP or something like that, right? Where you do less damage there. Combo booster, nothing super interesting, I think. I mean, this, I guess, is good. 5 Fireworms Duels, 50 Knickknack vouchers is also really good stuff, right? Damage cap 5, damage cap 5. Okay. We did also unlock Trans Marvel last time, right? Which is obviously some awesome stuff there. Gives us even better stuff from transmuting there with Sierra. We have 2,000. We're gonna do an overmastery real quick here, I think, because I'm not very happy with my overmasteries as they currently stand. Yeah, so this one gives us guts, which sucks because I don't want to get rid of that. I would rather have guts. Let's very quickly take a look here. Is there another plus of some kind, like a 4 plus, that'll be more willing to trade out to get guts back? So let's go special, or it's sport. No, it's special. Yeah, it is. Guts. Oh yeah, we have to give the captain that fearless spirit too. So I don't want to just give guts straight up to myself. It's not as useful on me either. Stamina 4 plus with guts on it. It's not so bad. I mean, we could get rid of that stamina. Oh, this one's level 15. I don't necessarily really want to do that. Let's keep looking. Do anything with guts? Anything with guts? An improved guard, which I don't care about. No, doesn't seem so, huh? Yeah. Oh well. Okay. I guess we'll just get rid of the guts. It's fine. Guts is obviously really nice, but we do have auto revive. We have undying as Vazar too. So guts is obviously really good, but it's not necessarily quite as necessary for us. We'll find a better way to get the guts and auto revive there. I think ideally eventually a right stone is probably where we'd want to be getting it there. But for now, we will just move on without having guts and go for damage cap, another damage cap 5 here instead, that is some good shit right there. I tells you what. I would actually I would love to level those up if possible too. We'll see what the requirements are for that. I think I did trade a bunch of Inferno orbs for Rafale coins there, which I know is one of the things that you need to level up these level 5 attack sigils. So let's take a look here. Yeah, like I say, I have a lot of Inferno orbs. We're actually, the thing is that we're gonna bottleneck on quickest, I think, is Red Dragon Scales. We did just fight that one guy there. His name Vazar, right? So we got some more. Oh, we can actually go right away too. Ooh, okay, let's go to 13. I mean, these are some of, like, this is a sigil that I know for a fact is, like, going to be good for us, right? So we'll take this one up to level 12 also, and we can maybe even go back to level 13 right away. Oh, we can take this one all the way up to level 14 while we're at it, too. Silver Centrums, I see now. They're starting to come into play. Yeah. Vulcan Bola Animas. I think we can do, we have barely enough to do both of these, because the Flame Beast Horns are actually going to be what's going to bottleneck us. So let's take this to level 14, and then the other one's level 13. Yeah, now we need 2 Silver Centrums and a Dreaded Tail, which we actually have not even gotten yet. So it must drop maybe from that Proud Razork fight, but we just didn't get lucky. We're also out of Inferno Orbs. Damn. Yeah, okay, so sigil upgrading is clearly going to be a big resource investment, right? The way that I was able to get a lot of these sigils to 15 earlier is I used the, Azurite Splendor or something? Because again, I was told that on the really good, like the endgame sigils that you might be looking at, the Azurite Splendor isn't even usable on them, right? So I might as well get it using while the going is good here. So I got like 5 of the things in like 3 or 4 hours of grinding, so it doesn't seem like it's, it's not a horribly difficult thing to obtain. Anyways, yeah, that is a good bit of damage cap up there from both of those guys. That's some really nice stuff. Let's get a mastery going here, an over mastery, as it were. I think we have all the sigils for all the AI. Yeah, so Eugen's got the last one there, and I think the captain might be the only person who doesn't have all his sigils. Right? Is that correct? Yeah, definitely seems that way, because he's going to be missing out on at least one, but maybe even 2? No, yeah, just the one there. So the captain is currently rocking 11 sigils, but I'm not super upset about that. We'll get him his last sigil at some point. For now, I think actually these overmastery bonuses might really be the best thing to spend our money on. Skill damage cap up, whatever. Chain burst damage up is useless. Stun power up. Okay, so basically we'd be losing some health for some skill damage. But honestly, the only thing that I really care about here is the stun power up being better is good, I guess. Chain burst damage is good, and the attack up plus 200 is more so important for us. Because that'll help us that thing, that our Dark Souls. So I'm gonna say that all the time. It's Dark Souls is one of my favorite franchises, and that quote always pops into my head. Also, it's my favorite. It's not one of. Let me not disrespect my boy Miyazaki like that. But yeah, so the attack up there is gonna be good to help us get to damage cap basically. Hello Earthworm, Corell, guard payback. We got a Dread Right Stone. Did we get a Dread Right Stone from what's his face there? If we did, I didn't notice it. You also drop one. We'll take a look later. We got some Mirage munitions too. Aegis, Guts, Terra Horns, Earthworm Jewels, Fortitude Crystal. Again, nothing super exciting here, I don't think. We're just checking off boxes here. We're trying to make our way through Proud difficulty, right? Get all these quests done so we can get some good progression going here, and also just getting all of our sigils as high up as we can, just getting as strong as we possibly can to prepare for this like endgame content. So we're just going through and punching dragons in the face. Don't mind me. Hello, Diablos. That is honest. Again, every time I look at Corell here, I can't help but think of Diablos. Well, let's see. We'll see how Alozius treats us too. I think we will try him out as the last boss of this video. We'll do Corell, then we'll do Wilnius, Iceworm there, and then we'll see if we can get Alozius on the first try or the first couple tries. But I imagine it's going to be quite difficult. Yeah, that's one really nice thing about Eugen. He's got that there paralysis that he can hit people with, right? Yeah, look at that, right? Big bonk into link attack into big bonk, right? And we're already at the attack up from Grinoth, so that's that good shit. Rockham collateral damaged himself. It's fine. Yeah, so oh, look at our damage cap's a lot bigger now. 587. We're getting 60,000 roughly extra on every one of these attacks. That's what I like to see. All right, so that's definitely those damage cap sigils putting in some serious work. Okay, we're still hitting it on that move at least, even with stamina not giving us the full buff, right? From us being a little bit lower HP there. Let's see, on these, are we still gonna hit it? I actually didn't quite clock what that said. It's okay. This is why God gave us auto revive. Luckily, it doesn't even count as going down for the critical condition side objective, right? And it actually didn't even, we weren't even down for long enough to lose our Granblue gauge bonuses. So for the most part, that was a speed bump. Bonk, bonk. Yeah, that is some serious DPS. I mean, almost 2.2 million. So we're still hitting damage cap on that second one, even if stamina isn't giving us the full bonus. But of course, it's the first one that we're more curious about, because that's the one that's a lot harder to actually get to damage cap consistently. Oh yeah, so yeah, look, with low HP, yeah, that first heavy is no longer getting to damage cap. So we do need stamina to an extent, at least, right, to get us there. Makes sense. That's why I have it slotted in. If it wasn't doing anything, I could just remove it. Which is kind of part of why I was testing that. If it wasn't doing anything, I would have wanted to remove it and put in like another damage cap or something. But it is doing something. All right, we're gonna lose our Granblue gauge bonuses here, unfortunately. Let's get, we can hit him a little bit. Yeah, just pause the depletion there. Okay, for a second. We'll get sand tuned here. We'll get our absolute ass beat real quick. Don't mind me. He's gonna keep doing this. Okay, looks like we are gonna mostly lose our Granblue gauge, but it's okay. We can get it back real quick. Oh, I just couldn't dodge that because I was getting blown around by the wind. I guess I'm an AI too. Wind bosses affect me just as much as they affect them. Okay. Oh, you got paralyzed there. That's nice. Oh my god, I thought I could try to parry that with a heavy, and I did not time it correctly. Unfortunate, but it's fine. We're still good here. We don't even necessarily care about the side objectives, right? It'd be nice to obviously to style on these fights just for like, you know, good feeling points. I guess I'll Undying right here, just because again we don't have the Granblue gauge buff for now, and also he's doing overdrive and he's doing a bunch of nasty stuff. So it'd be nice to just be able to sit here and punch him in the face, basically. I guess with Undying, if we're at 1 HP and we don't have stamina giving us a buff, even with Undying, we probably are not going to be getting to damage cap. Yeah, not on that first hit at the very least, right? But it's still a nice substitute, right? And we can play a lot more ignorant while we're here too, right? And then once we get the Granblue gauge attack buff and Undying up, of course we are, you know, looking absolutely pretty there. All right, one of those, and bonk, 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 bonk. You know the deal. Now we're hitting damage cap again, because again, we have Undying and Granblue up. I'm going to do this, just because I don't want to deal with... oh, I got healed. I thought he was going to take me down. I guess it's maybe a bit of a waste, but it's fine. Again, we don't need... This guy doesn't have a purple bar that's going to ruin our quest or anything. If we use our Skybound art slightly unoptimally, we're not necessarily going to die for it. All right, now we're going to hit him with some bonks. Rockham took his time there. I guess he didn't have max Skybound right away, maybe? Hard to say. The captain's here. All right. And another big bonk right before Tide of Chaos. Let's see where it deposits him, because it does tend to ragdoll these things quite a ways away. Luckily he's still a big dragon, right? So he didn't go that far. We actually could have just kept swinging there. We would have been totally fine. But it's okay. Get bonked, nerd. Get double bonked, nerd. You actually did not get double bonked at all. That was false advertising from me. We do have another 100%, or another? Maybe this is our first one, actually. But we do have 100% link time, is the important part there. So now we can really get to bonking this guy. The charges are awfully fast in 100% link. And Rockham, once again, killing himself with collateral damage. Honestly, it looks like the AI is not very good at dodging collateral damage, but it is just really funny to hear them go, Rockham, every single time. So I think I'm going to keep it. And it seems to be doing some decent DPS for him, too. Right. Upheaval once again. Okay, this is the last thing he's going to do before he gets reduced to atoms, probably. No, he's going to get to spend some time in overdrive here, because we don't have a Skybound art or a link time or anything like that to really stop him in his tracks. He's gonna play around in overdrive for a bit here, but it's fine. We almost have Mortal Pain back. I do really want to get the special sigil for Vazar there. Ebony's Presence, the one that gives us basically a better version of Cascade, right, but for charge attacks only. That's a pretty big deal. So that would help us get Undying on the bright side up a lot more often. Okay, our captain isn't yes, he has auto revive. He's fine. But it looks like we tried those quick quests at the end of the last episode, right? Oh, okay. Blocking, not dying. We tried the quick quest at the end of the last episode, and it seems like it's kind of inconsistent. Like, you can't just... There's not, like, so many people hopping on quick quest at all times. You can just, at any point, say, I want to join a quick quest, and immediately have one available. Right? So, getting those gold Dolly badges seems a little difficult. We'll probably just get it through... We'll just keep doing trans marvels until it gives us the Vazar sigil that we want, I suppose. We're going to be doing a lot of trans marvels anyways, and we did discover that trans marvel can, in fact, give you that good stuff there. Solid, perfect dodge by me, if I do say so myself. I guess I'll just undying, so I don't have to worry about anything you're doing. I can just sit here, park myself right in front of you, and murder you as quickly as I can. Thanks for the stamina buff there, Cat. Getting us closer to full HP. Unfortunately, our big bonk did miss, but again, the clear within 10 minutes is a joke. We're not even close to 10 minutes. It's going to be almost, if it was clear within 5, you would have almost gotten it, right? So, nice and easy there, taking care of Corell. Looks like I was worried that these proud versions of the dragons would be a lot more difficult than the Maniac. Of course, their numbers are a lot higher, but so are ours, because we have to get past that gear check from Versa there. But yeah, I was worried they had a lot more concerning mechanics, but it seems, so far, at least, like the sort of pattern from the Maniac versions of the quests is gonna sort of carry over here, right? I imagine that Vazar is going to be basically the second hardest, maybe Corell somewhere in there. Wilus is probably gonna be a joke, and then Elosius is gonna be a nightmare if I had to guess, just because he was in Maniac, so he's not gonna be any easier. The AI maybe are a little bit more kitted up, like relative to they're closer to the required power level, and like they have a little bit more HP and things like that. So perhaps he won't be just one-shotting them. The problem with Elosius, right, is basically the AI were very bad at dodging his wind attacks, and when they got hit, they got one shot, right? So they couldn't dodge, and when they got hit, they got one shot. I think the couldn't dodge part is still very much going to be the case, but hopefully, some of them, at the very least, the captain is low on HP, so he's probably still going to be getting one shot left and right. Maybe Eugen or Arachim could actually take a hit from Elosius and live to tell the tale. That's the plan, at the very least. I suppose we should go a little bit further into the defensive masteries for some of the boyos there too while we're here. I guess I'm not really using this skill, but I just wanna fill everything out eventually. They should all have 100% defensive mastery eventually here. So we're just filling everything out basically as we go. We'll go. I mean, they're close. Well, they're not close. We probably need about 20 to 30,000 mastery points, right, to get them there. But we're not gonna farm that out necessarily. We're just going to slowly accumulate that as we finish these quests. All right, Wilus is next. You know how it is. We're going to fight him, and probably he was the easiest one in the Maniac ones, but I also don't know if that was necessarily just if that was just how the fight shook out. I don't know if he's like particularly weaker than Vazar and Corell there. The only one that I know for sure is Elosius is pretty hard on the AI, so we will have to see. Sorry if you could hear me drinking that water there. I was gulping greedily. But hey, stay hydrated, folks. That shit is important. Especially when you're yapping all day, like I have been. Okay, good start. Immediately get glaciated. Not what I would actually call a good start, but you know, it is what it is. Vilnius already giving me more trouble than Corell and Vazar. So maybe he heard what I said, and he feels angry about it. Rachim's gonna have type advantage here, so that's gonna be good. He's gonna do a little bit more damage. I did see his collateral damage there. Got the big yellow letters, so that's good. I'm proud of him. The defense down there, we do have 3 different sources of defense down, right? Eugen, the captain, and Rachim all can inflict defense down. So that'd be good for us too, to help us reach damage cap. I didn't pay attention. I wanted to try and figure it out, but I didn't pay attention to whether or not we had the same problem with Corell that we had with Vazar, where when he got lower on HP, our damage cap seems to get lower, right? I didn't notice that, but I wasn't looking out for it, so it's possible it happened and I just wasn't paying attention. Is it going to be bad? Okay, I was going to say I want to just break him out of this if we can. Alrighty. Get bonked. Wonderful. I guess I'll Undying early on here. Just because we're going to get a lot of use out of Undying in this fight, because the Glaciate is going to be annoying otherwise, right? So I want multiple Undyings in this fight, and as long as I don't spend it, it can't come back off cooldown, right? So I'm just going to spend it greedily here, and we'll go from there. We do have a little bit of Cascade and a little bit of quick cooldown, I think, on just like, you know, secondary stuff on sigils. So, you know, our cooldowns won't be quite so treacherous to get back. Get bonked, nerd. I guess so. All right, Undying still up. You love to see it. Means we can just eat this. Nice and easy. It did just run out, so let's heal up to get 1 so we don't go down, but even more so that we can keep our stamina buff as high as we can possibly get it. Our skills, by the way, are not hitting damage cap. Somebody did mention, now that I've kind of given up 100% crit rate in favor of having 100% crit on the charge attacks in particular, right? Someone said make sure your skills are still hitting damage cap, because even though they're not your primary source of damage, they are still a source of damage, and that's very true. But I really don't think that they mean that much in the grand scheme of things. Like, how often am I using Great Scythe or Battalions for damage compared to how often I'm hitting someone with a charge attack? How much they're contributing to my overall DPS is like a massive difference here. This move is definitely a lot scarier from Vilnius than it used to be, I'll tell you what. Like, did he even do anything like, oh my god, yeah. Did he even do anything like this last time? I feel like no. I feel like Vilnius definitely gets so far it looks like, he gets the biggest glow up of all the dragons from Maniac to Prouds. I'm proud of him. Get it? I mean, he's still going to die a horrible, miserable death here in quite spectacular fashion, but he's a lot harder than he used to be, and you gotta respect that in some ways. I guess I'll Skybound Dart right away, just because again I think we might be able to get 2 right here, and I think everyone has 100 too. Oh no, I thought I was looking at that and I thought everyone had high, but I guess I was just looking at my own, like a silly Billy. Oh well, we're not. In fact, I'm just going to waste the Skybound Darts here, and we're not going to get anything at all. But it happens. It happens. Again, we don't necessarily need. This isn't the Bahamut Versa fight anymore. We don't need to be utilizing every single bit of our resources to perfection there to survive. We're kind of chilling. Immortal Pain is almost off of cooldown. I think he's going to explode once again. Get me away from him. Wonderful. Is that halfway done or like 99% done? I can't tell. I think that's halfway done. Is what that looks like there. Yeah, you can. It's much clearer on the. You can see the. Oh, actually, no, you can't see it. Oh no, you can't see it. I'm not covering it up with the camera. Yeah, it's right there under Y, right? It is about halfway built back up. Is Undying Pain. Okay, let's hit him again. I would like to hit him even more. And then after that, I'm thinking I might hit him. That's the current plan anyway. There you go. Link attack. We'll get this one out first. There you go. Just for max DPS there. This blue potion will actually now take us to 100% link time. Blue potion is 2% link, so if you ever find yourself at 98% link, like we were just then, the blue potion will always be a good idea. This is one thing about Wilus, right? Those sort of ice shard moves are very easy to just dodge by being next to him, which is not really. I think the moves are supposed to make you have to respect him and get off him, but the way that it ends up working out is it doesn't really do that. Okay, that hurts, but we can live these quite easily. Bonk, bonk. Keeping an eye on. Oh man. Okay, at least I didn't get glaciated. Keeping an eye on our damage numbers here. So that's 587, right? That's about our damage cap. I want to see as Vilnius kind of gets lower on HP here, is that damage cap going to go down, right? Because that has been my experience so far. But or maybe it's only an overdrive, because right now he's about at the health threshold last time at least, where we noticed with Vazar that we were doing a lot less damage. So maybe it's an overdrive thing, because right now we are most certainly still doing the big 500k, right? He's gonna Bloodthirst right now. Actually, maybe this wasn't a good time to use Undying. I mean, I guess it'll stop me from getting blown up by him, but again, I would rather use Undying offensively for the attack buff to get us to damage cap. I can't really hit him here either, can I? Yeah, Vazar isn't built like that. It's fine. We'll just get blown up here. Maybe we can have things target us. And, okay, we do want to get away from the AI because we don't want to be targeted, having multiple things overlapping the targeting there. I think it can sometimes mess with their ability to defend themselves. Okay, Undying is still ongoing here, no problem. Yeah, this move is definitely a lot scarier than. Oh, we got dizzied. I guess that's a potential problem, even if we are immortal. Undying is also done for, so let us heal back up. And we didn't get too much value out of that. I mean, obviously we got hit a whole bunch and didn't die, which is somewhat, you could say, is kind of its main job. But realistically, I think right now its main job is as an attack buff to get us to damage cap. This time we can get everyone on board here, so that's nice. It works out. Everyone's got 100%, and he's in overdrive, so this will be nice to just have him waste his overdrive a little bit here. Die Antien Kanon. Antien Kanon. I don't know what that says in German there, but it's, I mean, the end there says cannon. And dust. The captain is in fact here. Looks like our damage cap is lower. Yeah, it's 411,000, right? We're getting that same number every time. 411,427 there is what we're getting when we're hitting Vazar. So that is, we're getting the same number every single time. So that is damage cap, but it is lower. So is it going to be different now? Oh, I want to hit him with a big heavy before he dies. Wait. Oh, we didn't get a chance. Okay. I would be curious, because that would have been a really good way for us to confirm that it's just overdrive, basically. In overdrive, the damage cap you can do to bosses gets tuned down a little bit, seemingly. But I was not able to fully confirm that. But considering it didn't seem to be a health threshold, right, because we were doing 500k to him when he was on like 20% before he went into overdrive, I am pretty certain that it is in fact an overdrive thing. I don't think, I guess I've never noticed that as when we were earlier on in the video game. We weren't hitting damage cap quite as consistently, I suppose. That fight, Vitality Rightstone, again, Vitality Rightstone is going to be the one that I think I'm looking out for the most here, because crit chance, right now we have it sorted with our Lucky Charge, but eventually it'll be nice, obviously, to get rid of Lucky Charge, get 100% crit through other means, right, and go forwards. Obviously, we could just switch back to Soul Eater, I guess, you could say that, right? But I do like the extra stun power and linked together on Ulcerov there, more than I like the crit and crit damage. So I guess if we're not hitting damage cap consistently, I'm going to talk myself into switching back to Soul Eater. I mean, I don't have the Clovis for it is the problem. I could use a Damascus Ingot, I suppose, but I don't know if that's a horrible idea. Crit hit rate 10, but stun power 5 and 4. Okay, so yeah, not something that I'm super interested in. We're not hitting damage cap, you know, we're not hitting damage cap all the time. And the crit damage on Soul Eater might not be so bad. I think I'm not gonna do it. Right? But I definitely could see the argument, right? I think the main reason also that I don't want to do it is that yeah, we need a Silver Wolf Clovis to uncap it, which we don't have. We could use a Damascus Ingot, which I have 4 of, or just take it right to 150. And I guess do these even work on Terminus weapons? I'm not sure. So maybe holding these is useless, right? Like maybe there's no points to hold these and use them on a Terminus weapon later. I mean, also we will only have the one Terminus weapon that we really care about, right? That is for Vazar. I suppose we might want to get that for the rest of the crew too, but I don't really think so. But yeah, the crit damage there might be very worthwhile, just to even more so than the crit hit rate, right? And it would free up a slot, so we don't have to, because our sigil slots have actually become a very, very valuable resource, right? So it would free up a slot there for even like another damage cap 5 potentially, right, from Vazar or something. You know what? We're getting stun power and linked together. Stun power is nice. How much crit hit damage is that? It would be 15 extra. So I think we already are rocking 11. So it would take us from 11 to 26. So it'll be from It's meaningful for sure. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use the Damascus Ingot too, just because I don't think we'll need 4 of them, right? So we're just gonna do it. I think I have enough Fortitude Crystals to get it up to 150 right away. Where, you know, we'll ping pong back and forth here a little bit. We did switch to Alcerov very recently, right? But we'll go back. Let's take all of these Mirage munitions off of Alcerov here while we're there, and we can place them all onto Soul Eater, right? So we'll do that. There you go, and we'll go all the way up to plus 95 on him. Very rad stuff. And let's see what if we have. So this is gonna be 100% crit. Is it? Is it gonna be 100% crit for free? I say that. Hold on. Like if I equip this, is crit like how much crit is this? It's 29 extra. No, it's actually not 100% crit for free. If we had it from Overmasters or something, maybe, right? But this isn't like we don't. It's not like we don't. Okay, but we could do one thing here. Here's what we could do for this, right? So if we go Soul Eater, right, and then what we do instead is we go down here and we go to we put a right stone on it, right? Check this out. We can put a right stone on it, and I have this Vitality right stone here that is a crit hit 7 and lucky charge 6. It's actually a little bit of overkill, to be honest. But this would get us to 100% crit and make us not have to use lucky charge for now. This would almost get us to 100% crit even on Alcerov, right? But it will get us to 87 there. So you'd be relying on an Overmastery to get us the rest of the way, which I mean is possible, but for now. Sure, why not? Let's just go with it. This might be slightly unoptimal, you know, but we are technically wasting a little bit of crit hit rate there, but it's not such a big deal, I don't think. Okay, so now we're at 100% crit, right, without the Lucky Charge Sigil on, because we have 79 baseline from Soul Eater, and then we have 7% extra there, so it's 86, then we're getting like 30% from Lucky Charge, so we are more than at 100%, and I guess this crit rate will help for our other stuff, right, our lights and our skills and things like that, so it's not completely wasted. It's not a big deal, but it's not completely wasted. So we can get rid of this Lucky Charge, and then what do I want to put in instead? We don't have another damage cap 5, I don't think, right? Yeah, I don't think we have, but we have 2 that we got from, what's his name? So I suppose we could put in, I mean, charge attack 5+ with some attack on it. That could be interesting. Another stamina 5. We could take some of these away. Oh, no, we do have another damage cap 5. I lied. Yeah, I mean, that's got to be it, right? That's got to be it, I think. Another damage cap 5, because we are hitting damage cap with our buffs up pretty consistently on all 4 of the hits. So another damage cap 5 there is probably what we want. And I think this Soul Eater switch is going to be a pretty big buff to our DPS. With our basically allowing us to slot in an extra damage cap there. We can't upgrade that damage cap because we're out of Inferno Orbs and things like that, so I'll have to stay at level 11 for now, but, you know. Okay, let's go fight Illusius and see how we like it. He drops dodge payback 5+. That's cool. I would like to put that on the AI, so if there's a good plus on it. Improved dodge he also drops, which I would actually like for myself eventually. Dodge payback, improved healing, auto revive. Okay. So it's mostly obviously silver centrums, the Mirage munitions, a Dread Right Stone. I'm not super interested in, but yeah, it's the Mirage munitions and the silver centrums, and then the improved dodge and the dodge payback 5+ are the main interesting things that Illusius there could give to us. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm curious. Is the AI going to immediately fold to this guy like they did in my previous experience with him? My guess is probably yes. But my hope is that, for example, he starts off with a big wind attack that almost always KO'd 2 people when I was fighting him on Maniac. My hope is that here, he will do that, and it will hit them, but they will survive. At the very least, Eugen or Rockham, possibly, without even popping their guts. Of course, they do also have guts and auto-revive. Okay, no, he did, so yeah, they actually did survive. So that's what I'm talking about. So the captain's guts got popped, right? But Eugen and Rockham actually survived, so that's great. Ooh, look at the damage cap. 600k. God damn. Yeah, that's what I like to see. So yeah, Soul Eater was a huge buff, I think. Soul Eater was a huge... switching back to this off of Ulcerov, I was a little hesitant, but I think that was a wonderful idea. Because it freed up that slot there to stock in another damage cap 5, and now we are absolutely balling, right? Perfect dodge, nerd. And the AI is definitely having trouble with him, right? But again, Guts, Auto Revive, things like this, they give them a bit more rope to work with there, and not necessarily immediately just have their back blown out by Losius at all times. The Captain definitely has a problem here, because he is our least tanky AI, right? So I guess I'm going to do this, is because staying on full health for now is proving difficult. So instead of getting the max stamina to get us a damage cap, we can just use the attack buff from Undying. Ooh, and this first one there was still not getting there, but I think we didn't have the attack up from the Grenath Gate, which is why. Okay. I got pushed out by Wind there. That is kind of unfortunate that Wind beats Stoutheart like that, right? Yeah, I guess we would still need full stamina there for that first attack to hit damage cap, regardless. Get Grenath nerf. There you go. Little break for you there. We won't heal up because obviously Undying will immediately waste that heal. But yeah, overall, I'm love this. Added like 100k to each one of our hits, basically. So that's a big deal. And I'm very happy to see it. Damage cap definitely looking lower. Yeah, so it looks like Overdrive is definitely the culprit there. Yeah, it is Overdrive, right? Maybe it's like the lower their health is, and the Overdrive even makes the damage cap even lower. I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks like you definitely do less damage to bosses. Like your damage cap is lower against bosses that are in Overdrive versus bosses that aren't. Is my current hypothesis from all my testing on these dragons here. Not super rigorous testing, but rigorous enough that I feel like I can at least be probably semi-confident in the fact that I've got part of the equation down at least. I think Overdrive has something to do with it for sure. There might be other things that are occasionally lowering our damage cap too, but I think Overdrive is at least part of the question there. Probably as part of the answer, more accurate. Get slowed, nerd. Alright. Now we're at max HP, but we don't have the Grenath buff, so we're probably not going to be hitting anywhere near damage cap. Yeah, not quite. At least not on that first hit there. Which again, that first hit is the problem hit, right? That's the one that we really want to get to damage cap. Because we're leaving 300k on the table there every single time we do it, with it currently not hitting damage cap. Bonk. Bonk. There he goes, getting close. Oh yeah, see, now our damage cap is back to normal once he's broken. Yeah, so Overdrive is definitely at least part of the equation. I guess we can just do this. I don't see why not. It'll be a 3 burst. Oh, especially with the Captain being down like that. It'll be a 3 burst, that's fine. Just means once we get it 100 again, we can just immediately use it on the Captain. We can get another duo burst out real quick. Alright, and bonk. Bonk. Who's doing effective damage? Is he weak to fire? What is Eugen's? Oh, Eugen's Earth. I see. Yeah, so it must be Eugen who's doing the super effective damage there. Earth strong against wind, I suppose. That's relatively common in most of these RPG type systems. Bonk. Bonk. Yeah, it's such good. Yeah, okay. I'm really glad we switched back to Soul Eater. Thanks for talking me into it, guys. I think it was a great idea. I'm not, I will miss Ulcerov, but hey, we got the collection bonuses out of it, right? Or the collection masteries, rather. It's not like it was a waste putting all of that stuff in there, right? Oh, and you know what, too? This will get us, we can get an extra 30% crit damage off of the last collection mastery there from Soul Eater now, too. So that'll help with damage cap even more. I just remembered that. Get slowed, nerds, so you can't rock 'em. This is really funny. I don't think, is there another skill like that makes the entire party react? Like Rockham's, what's it called there? Rockham's collateral damage. It's a really fun time, I think. He's gonna Maelstrom again. Does he stand in the middle here? Can I hit him? No, not reasonably. Even if I had Undying up, I couldn't hit him, so there's no real purpose to doing that. Let's not get the bad roll, if we can help it. We did get the bad roll. Damn, I thought I was really spacing out my dodges there. I suppose not. Doing the little block option select there. I'm gonna Undying now, so I don't have to worry about all of his nonsense. I need to get Stoutheart up, though. There you go. And now we can go in and beat up Mr. Elosius. And yeah, so it looks like he is definitely still the hardest in terms of the fact that he is still the one that causes the most problems for the AI. But our AI are also just a lot more capable now, right? Besides the fact that they have a lot more HP, so actually Eugen and Rockham can actually survive a couple of hits from Elosius. The big thing, I think, is the Guts and Auto Revive, right? That is stuff that we didn't have on them in Maniac, at the beginning of Maniac, when we fought Elosius, right? So that's the real big difference maker there. That's making it so Elosius is not necessarily just steamrolling all of the AI all of the time. Alright, there's the blue potion getting us halfway up there, green potion getting us the rest of the way. Now, hopefully, I can kill with these next couple swings here. I just want to keep staying at 100% HP for stamina purposes, but there you go. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. He really wasn't that bad. I think still easily the hardest because he's his nature as a wind boss, right? And how he was fucking around with the AI there, but in the grand scheme of things, that is much, much, much easier than his Maniac version. And I guess there's also one thing too, right? Relatively, our AI are stronger now than they were in Maniac, right? The boss's power has gone up for sure, but our AI's power has gone up significantly more. Like they were horribly underleveled for the Maniac missions even, right? And now, and maybe you can even say that they're very slightly overleveled for Proud, for these Proud missions at the very least, being pretty much all masteried out and having weapons at 150. At the very least, they're on par. So their relative strength compared to the boss has also increased. So many reasons there that Alosius fight went a lot nicer. I do love those nimble defense 5+s and the dodge payback 5+s there. It's another thing to go on the AI. It's another thing that's made them a lot stronger, right? Is they have like I've basically tripled their invincibility time on their thing, that the Dark Soul, their dodges, right? On their invincible dodges there, they get even more, like almost triple what they would normally get through all of this. I don't really quick cooldown. I guess we can put on the captain he has a nimble defense 4, so I guess we can just switch out for a nimble defense 5 there. Actually, that was the one with precise wrath on it, right? It was a dodge payback, which has improved healing, which I'd rather him keep. I guess I'll give him the nimble defense 5 anyways, just because why not? Because everyone already has. Let's go to defense. Everyone already has the defenses. I think this should be a legendary, right? So, yeah, so we'll just get rid of everything here. That should make it. And filter by defense, please. Yeah, there you go. So this nimble defense 5. What is precise wrath? Depending on what that is, I might want to put that on somebody who isn't him. Precise wrath is SBA gauge gain and skill cooldown. Okay, no, after a perfect guard. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. And then dodge payback 5 here. Do you have a 5+, Eugen? He has a 4+ actually, but it has uplift on it, which I kind of like. Yeah, so we'll give this dodge payback 5+ to Rockham, I suppose. Just, slight upgrades here to all of them. Nothing too menacing or too crazy, but still worthwhile. We have another 2,000 mastery points, which I'm going to spend very quickly on overmasteries here, because it might actually inform my build very slightly. And I just don't like my current overmasteries, to be honest with you. So let's see. Skill damage cap, skybound art damage up, stun power up, healing cap up. Nope, that is horrible. That is worse than what we have right now. Really, what I'm looking for is normal attack damage up, attack power up, crit rate up, things like that, right? So none of that was very interesting to me, I don't think. Do we have time to do one more quest here? Possibly. If it's not something that's too big, or if it's like another 5-6 minute quest, we definitely could. Defeat all monsters. What is this? Worst fake. It says boss, but it says defeat all monsters. Like it's not a horde mode or something. Ooh, defeat Galanza and Magliel. God damn. Okay, that's 16,000 power. Definitely getting a little bit higher up there. I guess let's just go. Sure. Let's do Dolly Relic Belt here. Defeat all monsters. That just go in order. Why not? Top to bottom. Was Mount Nagaleth always such a death trap, or did I just get unlucky? I got chased out by some huge one-eyed monster into an area just dripping with dark energies. I got out of there just barely. Did you clean the place up and make sure it doesn't happen to any other poor sap? So is it like multiple Nazar Banju or something? Is that why? Because why doesn't it just say kill Nazar Banju? Ooh, I see. It's a Garrus. It's a Scarmiglione, and a Nazar Banju, I think. Crit damage 5. Okay, nothing super interesting here. Crit rate 5+ that comes with a stamina on it. That is actually pretty good, considering our stamina, like, if it's going to be stamina, if that's essentially a stamina 5, you can think of that as a stamina 5+, right? Is how you can think about that. So that's actually pretty good. I'll be taking that one. Combo booster, sure. Okay. Yeah, let's do. I think this is a Scarmiglione and a Nazar Banju. This will be a nice little final quest here for this episode, making really good progress in Proud difficulty so far, so that's good. And then, yeah, once we get donezo with that, we will go into our story corner and finish off Rosetta's Fate episodes, which have been very confusing, very full of mystery, much like the woman herself so far. Okay. Yes. Oh, no, it's a Garrusine. It's not a Scarmiglione. I guess, yeah, I saw the axe there. I thought that was Garrusine, but I thought it would be, since it was the ice level, it would be Scarmiglione. Yeah, oh, wow. So it's 2 Nazar Banju and a Garrusine. But they're level 125 each. Which actually, wait, isn't that higher level than what the dragons were individually? This is pretty beefy stuff here, huh? This quest might take a while. Okay, let's stout heart up here so we can't be interrupted by anything or anybody, and go from there. I guess we should focus fire on whatever our AI are working on. Link times will be easy to come by here at the very least, because we have 3 separate link gauges that will be ticking up, right? I guess no, I shouldn't have healed there. I forgot that I had him dying up. It's gonna blow me up. He definitely does. Okay, these guys definitely do have less health than the worms there, which makes sense, right? If they have the same amount of health and there were 3 of them, this quest would be significantly more difficult. Whereas the advised power only sort of lets you know that it's it's a little bit more difficult, possibly. I've used a lot of my potions already though, because of that blunder with Undying and using our Mega Potion there, which is definitely kind of a silly little Billy thing to do. I haven't even seen the Garrison so far. I don't know what... I'm sure he's here. I'm sure he's causing trouble for the party over there, but I have not really felt his presence as of yet. Get bonked, nerd. Get linked act, nerd. The Vazar Banju are all, obviously, you know, they're pretty low-level bosses in terms of their move set, right? Oh, sup damage is 140k. No, that's awesome. Like they have a bunch of vulnerability windows baked into their own moves, right? And you can drop the glacial prison that they spawn on top of them, and it causes a vulnerability window and knocks them out of their attack, right? So these are not, if there's any boss you have to fight multiples of, probably the Crocodiles would be the most ideal, right? But the Vazar Banju are kind of a close second there in terms of just not being particularly scary in terms of their moveset. Okay, he was too high up in the air there for me to consistently hit him with my bonks, which is why I was just doing that to keep the Granblue gauge up, essentially. I've almost, this guy's about half dead entirely, you know, on my own doing so far, so that's good. He went into overdrive, but immediately got bopped out of it, which I will never complain about. Bonk. Dude, Rockham, how's Rockham at 100% SBA yet? He's not even the guy with uplift. He's just been doing work, I guess. There's the Glacial Tomb. Okay, so this is where things could get problematic, I guess. If multiple of these go off at the same time, it can get pretty difficult to dodge Blazer. But with just the one here, because the AI is still not doing as much damage as I am, right? So I get this guy down to his bloodthirst threshold way earlier than they do, even on the guy that they're all focusing on. With just one of these, it's pretty simple stuff, right? You just hide behind this pillar here until he blows himself up. And I think you get a big vulnerability window after this, even if you don't drop the tomb on him. Yeah, he just falls over. Oh, but somebody knocked it over anyways. I don't think it's going to land on anybody. Oh, landed on him. Okay, that's good. Extends his vulnerability window a bit there. Gives us even more chance to punch him in his stupid face. Or I guess his stupid eye. That's about, his face is just one big eye, essentially. There's the Garrison. Oh my god. I ran right into a big laser there, I suppose. My bad. Silly little Billy that I am. Link at that. Breaking. I guess we could... Oh, man. It's the other Vazar Banju again. That is one thing, right? If you're not focusing on a boss, they can definitely catch you off guard with their moves pretty easily. Something I have to think about as these multi-boss fights get more common, I suppose. That's some big damage, though. He's going to Glacial Tomb again, huh? Okay. We did get him down to the second health threshold for that, I suppose. If only he could hurt his little spawns and the other bosses and things like that with this laser. No, he spawned the Glacial Tomb, but he didn't actually do the big ice laser. I see. Yeah, they do that. I forgot about that part. The captain will actually be able to full burst here, so he'll get 10% from each one. This will be nice. I think we're hitting multiple of the Vazar Banju with this too, so that's good. And actually, are we hitting the Garrison also? We might be. This might just be hitting everyone, which is great. Gives us just free reign to beat everyone up. Actually, yeah, looks like it. Yeah, with the big AoE explosions at the very least, at the end of the Skybound darts are hitting everybody. A bit of a waste in terms of link time optimization there. We already were at 100% link time before we even started this. But it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, we don't need to optimize our DPS here. If anything, the Skybound Dart does help us optimize our DPS a little bit, using as much Skybound Dart as possible. Just because, oh no, I was going to say just because it helps us get rid of them early on. Because as soon as there's only 2 enemies in this fight, it gets a lot easier. And as soon as there's only 1 enemy in this fight, it's a joke, right? So, culling one of these Vazar Banju early on is going to be a big deal. Oh, he's freeze-raying though. Let us get behind safety here, behind cover. There we go. We have to kind of balance both of those lasers though, which is actually okay. I see. It's pretty tough there when there's both of them, right? You have to avoid the guy who's spinning like a madman and the guy who's just shooting in one place over and over there. That's going to necessitate some dodges, I think. Were we link attacking? Oh, that Vazar Banju just had the pillar land on him and died. That's funny. Well done, sir. Yeesh. Make me feel old when you say sir like that. Looks like Rockham is too busy getting collateral damage to link time. That's fine. Again, we'll get our chance. There's a lot of different link gauges to fill up here, so missing it there doesn't give us a very long window where we can't stun anybody. Are we gonna reach him here? Yes, we are. Perfect. And we're hitting damage cap too. You love to see it. The moon does in fact set. Get bonked. Yeah, Grinoth there definitely doing more damage when it crits, but again, even with it critting pretty much 100% of the time now, it's still so bad, right, compared to our actual thingies there, our actual big attacks. So I'm not super concerned with it in terms of optimizing for my skill damage or my skill damage cap or anything like that. It just seems mostly useless, I think. Bonk, bonk. Yeah, Undying here just lets me sit here and AoE both of them with the big heavy, which is obviously just wonderful in terms of our DPS. So that's something that you're never going to catch me complaining about. We can link time for realsies this time. We had a lot of near misses there. Now we can actually get it. We can link again there. And I'm going to try and get one of the double heavies off here. Hopefully both of them with the link time buff. Yeah, and killing those little guys actually does get us a lot of link time, so we can. You're dead now too. And now it is just Monsieur Garrison there left to fend for himself. And it will be a hard thing to do, I think. Rocka. Yeah, so it seems like the AI pretty consistently gets hit by their collateral damage there. But he doesn't one-shot him, which is good. And it also doesn't, he doesn't waste him too much time there either. Plus, but the fact that it does a good bit of damage, I think I'm overall still pretty happy with that thing. Collateral damage there as a skill for Rockham. It might not be optimal, but it is still funny, and I do still love hearing everyone go, Rockham. And I think it might even be optimal for his DPS, to be completely honest with you. Let's do this. This should be a full burst. At the very least, it'll be a 3 burst. Depends on if Captain can find 4% Skybound gauge during this whole exchange here. Oigan. I do like how Vazar says his name. It's very, a lot of authority there. But also some trust. Alright. We're not hitting damage cap here, unfortunately. We didn't have the, oh no, it's because he's an overdrive, so our damage cap is lower. Yeah, we are hitting damage cap. It's just a smaller number. Well, and when he gets broken here, on the bright side, he is going to take even more damage from our damage cap stuff here. Yeah, all the way back to 689,000. And that is pretty clean there. That was actually pretty easy, I think. The two Nazar Banju were probably a lot harder than Garrison, because they had a lot more sort of crowd control and ability to mess you up there. I guess Garrison has slows and things like that, but again, he somehow must have just kept targeting the AI every time. I really did not feel Garrison's presence, except for maybe like once there, sort of, kind of. Looks like this drops a lot of Fortitude Crystals, possibly. Drain 5, Combo Booster 5. Okay, neither of those is useful for me, I don't think, but good to have, I suppose. It's vouchers at the very worst. We probably will do a bunch of trading maybe at the start of the next episode here, but right now we're going to go off into our story corner and finish things off. I think that's S++, right? Maybe? Yeah, nice. We've S++ every single one of these Proud Quests so far. It is wild how Versa has the lowest required power there, but is by far, or the advised power, I suppose, but is by far the hardest fight in this difficulty so far, at the very least, right? Even though he's 10,000, this was 13k, this was nowhere near the difficulty level of Versa, so... I guess our damage cap is significantly higher than it was when we first were fighting Versa, but I don't think that's gonna make all the difference there necessarily. Mastery points. Okay, we can take turns. We can over mastery myself once, and then we can go through the masteries for the AI once. You just take every time we have about 2,000 mastery points. You know, we sort of take turns doing that there. Revive. Wait, he has a skill called Revive? I didn't notice that part. Maybe that'd be useful. Though I do like the captain's skills right now. I think he's got Panacea, he's got Stall, he's got Defense Down, and he's got one other thing. Phalanx. Yeah, Phalanx is pretty nice, right? It's kind of like a pseudo Undying, lets us kind of temporarily stand and bang with the boss a little bit more, right? So, and it also keeps the AI from dying, which is even more important. Lets them actually take a hit sometimes if they do get hit. So, big fan of the captain's skills currently. All right, wonderful. Well, that is a very productive episode. There are 5 Proud Quests cleaned out in that episode. So if we keep going at this clip, we're going to be basically getting to I don't know what the end of Proud is, but we will be getting there pretty quickly. So wonderful stuff. However, for now, if you are not one of the Story Corner folks, I'll be walking you through the outro here, so you can get on with your day. So you know how it is. For number 1, if you liked, actually no, for number 1, join the Discord server. It's a wonderful place there. It's a link in the description for you. You can hang out, talk about Relink, talk about gacha games, talk about fighting games, talk about music, talk about arts, talk about everything. It's a nice community for you to hang out. People were watching the Granblue anime today in VC, I think. So it's a nice place for you to hang out and make some friends, right? So I implore you to join, but I also implore you to keep it the nice and welcoming place that it currently is. Really haven't had to do any sort of moderation or anything like that so far, but I won't hesitate to drop the ban hammer on somebody's ass if I have to, so just don't let that be you. Don't be the first person I ever have to ban. That is not the reputation you want to have. Of course, for number 2, if you liked the video, and I sure hope you did, get down there and like the damn video, man. Come on, it's free. Don't cost you nothing. Greatly to the channel. I appreciate it a lot, of course. While you're there, for number 3, subscribe button and bell button. They are all the way over there. We'll keep you up to date with this channel here and all the content I'm throwing at you. We got 3 videos coming out every day, and it's somewhere between 2.5 and 5 hours of content daily. So, unless you have all that time to dedicate to little old me, in which case I appreciate you, but that's kind of weird. If you're normal, though, and you don't have that kind of time, then I encourage you to hit those 2 buttons, stay up to date when something new is uploaded, and maybe go back and watch it later when you have some more time. And, of course, number 4, most importantly, more important than every button you smash or whatever YouTube-friendly interactions you hit me with, I appreciate those. But hope you had a great time hanging out today. I know I sure did. Most importantly, having a good time. And yeah, Proud is going well. I was worried that it was going to be all Bahamut Versa level fights, but no, we're just kind of cleaning house here. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure it gets hard again at some point, but for now, I am having a wonderful time. It's going to be a lot more Relink coming your way. But if you are not one of the Story Corner folks, for now, I will see you in the next one. Peace. All right, Story Corner individuals, you know the drill. We're going to try and finish Rosetta's Fate episodes, and then we're going to see, depending on how much time we have, we might start up EOS and go from there. So we are exploring a flower garden of some kind. Oh, I should have put Vazar on this quest, but again, it's an explore quest, so I hope there's not a boss. But regardless, the captain and Eugen and Rackham can still pull their weight with how much they've been geared up at this point. Let's see what's going on here.
Seemed to be a log from an experiment of sorts. Although it was barely legible, I tried to grasp its meaning. Originally, it was Excavalian, primal beast of fortification, who forged a pact with Almarine Island.
Right, but now it's, oh god. Konohana Sakuya, I believe is the name of the primal
Although
beast.
it's unclear why, Excavalian would eventually migrate to Dolly, leaving Konohana Sakuya to take its place on Almarine. That was all I could make out of the texts. With this new information, I needed to re-examine the facts.
The facts.
First, the stage. Almarine Island, home to Seed Hollow and its citizens, once protected by Excavalian.
Right.
Next, a curious switch. Konohana Sakuya takes its place as the island's pact-bound primal.
Okay.
Now, our present mysteries. A crystal shard replete with Excavalian's aura. Angramanu's altar beneath the castle.
Don't mind me just popping
the
open a second one of
ominous
these.
forms.
I have an
And
addiction. You have an
finally,
addiction.
Konohana Sakuya's curious reappearance. Think, Rosetta. Was the shard left behind by Excavalian? Did it serve a purpose in protecting the island?
Maybe?
It was possible that Avia's invasion of Seed Hollow destroyed this mechanism, causing the primal to reveal herself in defense.
Now that I think about it, the ghost rumors started to pop up only after that crystal beneath the castle was destroyed.
Right, so yeah, it must have something to do with the invasion.
So, it was all connected.
Yeah.
There's no time to explain, but more ominous forms will appear if we don't repair this island's defense system. Where could we find another fortifying crystal?
But I don't get why are the ominous forms I mean, like, I get they're sort of they're leftovers of Angramainu, but why would they keep showing up? Angra's gone, no? No?
How about Dolly? That's where Excavalian lives now, right? Maybe it's got a spare lying around.
Indeed. If we were to find a solution to our problems, it would be buried beneath those churning sands.
Every single exploration mission takes place in that little desert map in Dolly. It's like the only map they made for this game that's big enough to be one of these exploration missions. They just keep reusing it. It's funny. Every time you need to find anything, it's always in Dolly. Isn't that just convenient? I don't know if there's any movement tech for Rosetta, but I imagine the answer is no. He seems more of a... oh, wait, how about this? Can I turn around and do this? Yeah, okay, that's something. Right? And the cooldown's relatively quick on it. Yeah, yeah. So that's something. I guess we can teleport short distances there as long as we turn back. Ooh.
Didn't mean to wake you. Mind letting us pass through?
I mean, I will just pass through if you allow me. No? Oh, there's a crystal. I guess we do have to kill them before it'll let me examine this thing. Check.
Not quite the crystal we're looking for.
Okay. Uh-oh. Wait, no marker? I have to find it. Oh god, I have to find it by myself. Okay, well, let's go. Let's keep going towards where the enemies have spawned. Those are good indicators of points of interest, I suppose. She sure is slow. I miss my Vazar screaming at the top of his lungs 24/7 movement tech. But oh well. Wow. Okay, couldn't reach that one.
Avoid needless bloodshed if possible.
Me too, but something tells me there's crystals here. Yeah, exactly.
Heads up, people.
I mean, bloodshed. They're skeletons. They don't have any blood. It's fine.
What
God,
you
we do
think?
no damage. Help. Help. Rock 'em. Thank you.
That ain't it.
I suppose not. I don't know what we're looking for, but you guys can tell, apparently, so. I'm just going to keep going down a straight line and hope that basically all the way over there where we fought. It's either the golem or the griffin, I think. Hope there's going to be something nice there. Exploration missions and just general sense of direction was never my strong suit. Ask anybody who knows me, IRL. I go a kilometer away from like out of a radius of my place of permanent residence, and I can't make it back home. It's not. It's like, oh, haha, I'm so bad with directions. Like, no, it's like a genuine issue. I just have never really put the, I've never really flexed that muscle of like finding my way around. So it's, oh, it's an invisible wall. Okay.
Nothing this way either, huh?
Nope. Could you help me navigate, Vern? Because I'm lost. Oh god, this is the bad part. This is where, again, this is what I'm talking about. Things get, okay, so we were over there already. I think. Yeah, that's where we just came from. Right, we were running in a straight line. That crystal we already looked at? I think that's the first one we looked at, right? Yeah. So maybe it's back here? Maybe? Let's teleport here. Move a little faster. Can't keep up. Yeah, it's like a real problem.
We're in the right place.
Oh.
Let's try to hit up that hilly area.
Oh my god, the game felt bad for me. Let's go. Wait, but we already checked that crystal, I swear. Maybe there's a third one somewhere here that I'm just missing. That one we looked at, and she was like, darn it, not it. So it must be somewhere else. Is it hiding behind this pillar here, maybe? Oh, God. Oh, God, navigation. Not like this. Oh, crystal. Okay. There you go.
Come. Just keep your wits about you and we'll be fine.
All right, teleport away. Leave a plant behind there. Wonderful. The AI had all their skills back, so they could do it nice and quick. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I got a marker, guys. It's fine. The game feels bad for me. This is exactly what I like to see. All of my brain's IQ points went into like numbers and language. None of that shit went to spatial reasoning, man. And that's a big, like, a subset of that is me being really bad at finding my way around, right? But also, don't ask me to rotate any. If you ask me to rotate anything more than like a cube in my head, I will explode. So please do not. Cobras. A cobra, bro. It's 4 cobras. It's pretty messed up of Eugen to poison a cobra. That's kind of a power move, right? Poisoning a cobra. Like it's like burning a fire elemental to death. Well, that was nice and easy. Evergreen crystal. Oh. Okay, wonderful. I guess we can use that to repair the sort of defense mechanism under the castle there. And that'll take us to the epilogue of Rosetta's Fate episodes, which again, I still don't really know what the hell is going on here. So I hope that some answers come at some point, but at this point, I'm not optimistic.
Shortly after securing a crystal from Dolly, we returned to Seed Hollow Castle. We installed the new crystal beneath the castle,
Stay
causing
hydrated,
a pale
folks.
green
It's important
light
stuff.
to illuminate the area.
Pale green light is usually not like a good thing, but in this case, I suppose.
It was the familiar aura of hallowed ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure to repel any lingering ominous forms.
A bonfire! Let's
It's
go!
too bad we couldn't meet her. Konohana Sakuya.
The mystery had been solved on nearly all fronts. I'd be lying if I said I was completely satisfied, however.
Nearly all fronts.
After all was said and done, I still didn't get the opportunity to clear the air with her.
Well, here's hoping you do in the next 2 Fate episodes. Rosetta's Fate episodes have been very different so far. There's not like necessarily a central theme behind them. It's just been a mystery, which is, interesting. And I mean, a mysterious woman right there, right? So I guess it's all on brand, but distant sisters. Okay, hold on. Maybe there will be some actual, interpersonal stuff going on here like there has been in the rest of them. Let's see.
Peace returned to Seed Hollow, and it was soon back to the usual hustle and bustle.
Indeed.
I informed the frightened repairman of the girl's true identity, the primeval god of Seed Hollow.
Yeah, again, that word is obvious, right? Like, the reason that they call them primeval gods there is because Avia and Lilith basically made them worship these things as gods, as kind of through her for her whole salvation angle, right? So that's why that dialectical difference exists between Zega Grande and everywhere else.
A primeval god? Holy macaroni! That's a spicy nugget of news.
It's a spicy meatball, hey, fucking forget about it.
And informed.
Oh, there, he's found his words. Look at him. He's got the Riz now.
A lady never reveals her secrets.
It's a little sad that you couldn't meet Konohana Sakuya. I know you wanted to apologize to her.
I knew, somewhere deep down, that talking with her wouldn't bring back all the journeys I had with the captain's father. However, seeing all the blooming flowers across the city, it almost felt as if she was acknowledging me anyway.
Oh, that's nice.
I may well have imagined it, but call it something of a mutual understanding between distant sisters.
Okay. So we're not really getting any necessarily interpersonal dialogue there, but it's in its own way, right? They don't have to speak to understand each other necessarily. What's the epilogue gonna look like? Portents of spring. Portent, that's a good word.
After the vibrant patchwork of spring began to spread throughout Seed Hollow, I made a habit of taking a daily stroll around the city.
I sure wish we had spring here. I am Canadian, if you guys are unfamiliar, and if you couldn't tell, do I have an accent? I probably do. I picked it up. I mean, I wasn't born here, but it's been long enough that I probably picked up a bit of an accent. But yeah, I'm from Toronto, and goddamn, spring is like it's a social construct, man. We get like 2 weeks of spring, maybe sometimes. Like it's March 29th right now for me. That's our spring's over, right? We had like a week of spring there and like the 15th, then it snowed on the 22nd, and now it's going to be really hot, I think, for the rest of the year probably. Or it's going to rain forever, and then it'll be really cold, and then really hot, and then the seasons in this country are
on one of my walks,
strange,
I
let's call it.
mindlessly put the crystal fragment in my dress. After arriving at a particularly sunny spot, I took it out to admire it. Something about it was different today. Instead
how?
of my usual reflection, if not only for a brief second, I saw a smile that wasn't my own.
Ooh, Konohana Sakuya.
A girl in a flower crown.
Yeah.
Our eyes met for a second before, pop! A single rose had materialized at my feet.
Oh, okay, so they're cool. They're
When
chill.
I looked back into
It's
the
all
fragment,
good.
She was nowhere to be seen. Although I can't prove it, I know that she was here, listening to me. So I whispered, "Beautiful. This city has blossomed under your care, all while blooming in your own right. You deserve to be here."
That's nice. Okay. So yeah, overall, Rosetta's Fate episode's definitely a lot more focused on like the events of a mystery and a little bit less focused on like basically every other one, right? Vasaraga, Id, Eugen, Rockham, and Catalina to an and Catalina, right? And like they've all focused on like the character's interaction with another person, and I guess that is kind of the case too here for Rosetta, in the sense that Konohana Sakuya and like her interaction with her has been like somewhat of a focus, right? But it more so focused on that kind of mystery there between the two, right? So it was still interesting. I have to say, probably just I was very interested to learn more about Rosetta's past more than anything. But I guess again, the whole point is that you don't really know about her past, right? So I thought we could break through that in the lore part here and keep going. But we'll see. I'm probably overall a little bit disappointed by this one. I feel like I've liked a lot of the Fate episodes so far. Maybe I just had unrealistic expectations that I'll get to learn a lot more about what Rosetta did before she joined the crew, right? But because most of these have been like one or two, like all of the other ones too have been like one or two Fate episodes of prologue, and then just all Zeka Grande stuff, right? But I feel like the prologue here also didn't really tell us anything, right? It told us that she adventured with the captain's father, and that's it. I don't know. I liked it still, but I would have liked to just learn more about Rosetta, and that's not really what happened. Io, I am completely ignorant about. I don't know what the hell is going on with her. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens in her Fate episodes. And that's what we're gonna do next. We'll probably do those over again the course of 3 more episodes or so. And then that'll be the end of the Fate episodes that we have access to right now. Again, we're not gonna unlock more crewmates for now for Terminus weapon reasons. But it's one of those things that we still have a lot of. We got a lot of stuff from Lyria's journal. We have a lot of notes to read, right? A lot of glossary entries, a lot of random archive and things like that we picked up. The glossary, right? That'll give us lots of little bits and pieces of lore back and forth there. So it's still a lot of stuff to go through in these story corners. But again, we're fast approaching the end of the content that we have to cover here, realistically, right? So we'll have to see. On the same note, though, it feels like we're fast approaching maybe also the end of the game, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like there's not 25 more hours of Proud quests. Maybe there is, but it doesn't seem that way. So I suppose we'll have to see. Besides like grinding things out, essentially. It's not 25 more hours of new quests, I suppose I should say. In any case, that is going to do it for now. You know how it is. I'm not going to rock you through the outro because you guys already heard it when the non-Story Corner folk took their leave. So for now, I'm just going to say that I'm having a lot of fun with Relink. It's going to be a lot more coming your way. But until then, I will see you in the next one. Peace.